You follow what I'm saying? But it was another thing I was gonna say about just being a dad was like another thing, man. As men, man, we get, and this could be human, but I know just speaking from manhood, I know we get wrapped up in these titles, and because I'm a dad, man, and I hadn't seen my kids for 9 weeks. That was like quite some time for me. You know, that was like I felt that 9 weeks, and it could make you feel like that distance can make you almost diminish your effort as a father. Even though I was sending money, talking to them every day, paying for everything they wanted, I still felt like because I wasn't there, it was like, is this as effective, right? It's like, is my presence as effective all the way over here? But at the other point of it, it was like, well, it's seasons, right? So in this season, I have to go out and make more and do more and be away more, but I'm also giving them more, but I just didn't like the way I felt after coming from being in the house with them 7 days on, 7 days off, 7 days on, 7 days off, to not seeing them for 9 weeks. That was a transition that we didn't talk about in the beginning when I was going through it. I couldn't really acknowledge it, but as it came closer to me seeing them, I started to realize like, yo, like this, and I say men get wrapped up in titles because this could happen if a man not seeing his kid a lot. It could happen if a man loses his job at work, a certain position, if the business crumble. We as men have to stop attaching our worthiness to the titles that we hold and understand that we are valuable beyond the title that we carry. So your value don't always got to be a proximity thing. So just because you're not around the kids every single day, all day, don't mean your presence ain't felt or you're not valuable. This don't mean you're a deadbeat and you're absent. It just means that you're not physically present. That don't mean that your presence isn't felt. Just because, you know, you might have didn't get that promotion or you might have lost that job, that don't mean that you're no longer qualified to be the CEO of another company. It just understanding that you are who you are. Like I always say, the millions is in the mind before they hit the account. It's a mindset. You got to know you the man within your mind, and that comes from developing yourself, getting better 1% every day versus allowing the world to try to rush your process or dictate your pace or put you in a position of feeling like because like where you at is not who you are. And that's something that I really want people to understand. Like you can be in a predicament where you don't have no money right now. You could be in a predicament where you're behind on rent. You could be in a predicament where you're not driving or wearing the latest stuff. That's not who you are. That's just where you at. You got to know who you are so you can know where you're going. And the only way for you to be able to get there is to stay steadfast in who you are, knowing like I'm the man no matter what I got going on. I'm the man no matter what's my bank account reflect. That don't mean that you can't get better and better your habits or go work harder or put more effort, but it's just saying that the outcome, you know what I mean, is not reflected in the now of where you at. This is still a development process. You haven't arrived there yet. The moment you mess up is when you look at yourself as if you arrived. No, bro, you still be coming, but you just you gotta keep going so you don't feel like, all right, you know, I ain't this or I ain't that or I ain't making here. Like, no, you just there right now, bro. Like, it might not be $1 million in your account right now. It might not even be 1,000 in your account right now. But that don't mean you're not a millionaire. That don't mean you're not $1 million guy. That don't mean you're not a high value man because your current results don't reflect that. If somebody weighed 250 pounds and they wanted to get down to 180, they go to the gym for a week and they might have got to 247. They didn't get to their goal of 180, but their mindset has already told them that I weigh 180. So I now have to go in there and put that work in to get to the weight that I already see myself at. And that's just my tip for y'all, man. Like, the titles don't make you, and neither do the results that you see now.
And to add to that quickly, I would say the work makes you. Because, you know, some people also like, they think just because we spoke about earlier, you might have maybe finagled or finessed into something. Now you are that millionaire nigga. It's like you didn't even put the work in to sustain or earn it or hold it, you know, honor it. So whether you add it yet or is approaching, if you put the work here, you there. It's meant for you. 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that you said that. That actually even added context because I said the millions in the mind, but the millions is really in the grind. You know what I mean? And that's literally what I really said. The millions is in the grind. Like, it's in the mind, but it's also in the grind because that's how it exits the mind. So the result of what you have is based on the effort and what you give. But the effort doesn't determine the character of the person. It's just like a person, like you said, like we talk about finessing your way to success. You can have the mind to do that, cut the corner. But when that corner come back to cut you, it's not sustainable because the grind was never there. But when you got the grind, when you on that type of time, it's like, yeah, like, all right, cool. I know that I made it here based on the work that I put in. And I know that I can do this because